Hi, my name is Graziana, and I am going to be the instructor for this course, Math 10 or MAT 1070, sections 9 and 11. I wanted to take a few minutes to introduce myself, but also go over the syllabus with you and point out really important parts that you need to be aware of. And of course, you can read it over yourself, but I think it's important to highlight some of those really crucial pieces. So let me share my screen with you and go through everything. First of all, you should be logged into Canvas, and you can get through there through your Wayne State email. Once you get into Canvas, there is a little circular icon at the top, and you can log in directly to Canvas. Here we go. So what you should see on the screen now is once you get into Canvas, you see your dashboard. Okay, now your dashboard has all the classes that you're enrolled in. So my classes, obviously this is gonna look different than yours because you're gonna have different classes than me. But so if you go to, this is our class right here, Eat, Sleep, Math, which you might feel that a little bit this semester. This is college algebra sections 9 and 11. And I have merged the sections on here rather than keeping it as two separate Canvas courses. You may not really be able to tell in your version or what you see so much because it will look the same for you, but it just simplifies my life so I don't have to like do the same thing twice for everybody because everything is pretty much the same. So let me switch this over to student view. So this is what you will see pretty much, okay? At the top here is registrations for the textbook. It's really important that you get the textbook. You need it right away because you're going to have online homework this week. And so it gives you information. Now your textbook is going to be linked directly through Canvas. However, you do need to purchase it directly from the company, not from the bookstore. So I apologize, there were some last minute changes with the textbook. We wanted to get you the best possible book to work from, and that meant having to make a last minute change. So if you, so here it is. You have to go to My Pearson, and it's in the syllabus. I'll point it out when we get to the syllabus. But on the left-hand side here, My Lab and Mastering, once you have the book and you've integrated it with your Canvas, you're going to go to My Lab and Mastering, and you can see once you're linked, it will look something like this, okay? All right, so let's go back to the home page. So on the left side here, you'll see different tabs. It says Home, Syllabus, Zoom, Modules, My Lab and Mastering, Grades, People, Library Sources. So at home, you're going to open up directly to these modules. The modules are just a double of pretty much the home page. I might adjust that later, but it doesn't matter right now. So this first module is the registration for the book. A piece about academic integrity, which I would like for you to read over, but I'm going to talk about that more another time, either in another video or in our class. The lectures, so section 11 has lecture from 9:30 to 10:20, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And section 9 has lecture from 10:30 to 11:20, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You need to know which section you are in because you have to stay in your lane, okay? So if you're in section 11, the only time you can attend class is 9:30. You cannot oversleep and then come to the 10:30 class. I have to keep you guys separate, and so that's important that you know what section you're in. Okay, when you get to the module here, the way I have this set up is week by week. So each module will have everything you need for the week all in one place. And that's hopefully gonna help you not have to like click around to a bunch of different screens. I have this syllabus quiz here. So after we go through this video, or if you read the syllabus, I want you to take this quiz. Once you pass that quiz, then the rest of this module will unlock. Now, in the module, what you'll notice is all the lectures. So this class meets 5 days a week. It's a 5-day-a-week, 50-minute class period per day. But we're only going to meet online together as a class Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that means Tuesday, Thursday is your time, those 50 minutes, to manage however it works best for you. So you'll have videos that you need to watch of the curriculum. So for example, this is section 1.1, review of real numbers, and that you should have finished watching by the end of the day, September 1st, which is Tuesday. And then you'll see there's 2 more videos here, 1.2.1 and 1.2.2, or part 1, part 2. Those are due to be finished by September 2nd. So that date you see in there, that is the due date. You need to have it done by that date. Now the videos are it looks like a lot of videos here. So if you're freaking out, don't freak out. They are actually, most of them are short, no more than like 10 to 12 minutes. Some of them even 6 to 7 minutes. So they're short videos and they really won't take you that long to go through them. Now, you may notice that the person teaching in the video looks a little different than me. His name is Naresh Mahabir. He is also an instructor through our program in here at Wayne State University, and he's really, really good. And on top of it, he has spent a lot of time becoming an expert in making videos. So you'll notice that they're pretty high quality. He does a really nice job. I think you'll be pleased. I think you'll be impressed, and it'll go really well. I plan to try to make some videos myself this semester, so you might see me pop in and out of some of the videos, but for the most part, they will mostly come from him. Now, also in the module you'll see here is the homework. So these first 2 homework assignments are from the textbook. So if it just says the section, and then once you have your textbook, see here, once you have it integrated, the assignment will just pop right up and you can go right to it and start doing problems. So the first 2 here are homework online, and then the second 2 are going to be hand-in. And I'm going to talk about those a little bit more in depth later. The hand-in homework, basically you're going to have 1 homework assignment per day. So on a typical week, that's 5 homework assignments. It will be a combination of online and hand-in homework. Online homework gives you immediate feedback. The hand-in homework will be graded by your undergraduate assistant. Okay, in the third part, it says quiz and review material. Well, this is what you're going to need to review to get ready for your quiz. And then the quiz will be on Fridays, and it will be separated according to your section. So you'll need to make sure you take the right quiz. And actually, you will only be able to get into the one that belongs to you anyways. So I've only assigned like section 9 to section 9 students and section 11 to section 11. Okay, so that's kind of the module system. Everything will be weekly, posted weekly, and it will have everything. Okay, so you don't have to switch them back and forth between assignment pages and all that kind of stuff. Let's look at the syllabus. Okay. All right, so here we go. You are part of a program called the Rising Scholars Program. This is not just a regular class at the university, so there will be some special things to consider being part of this program. I think you're in the best place you could be, especially in this online culture or format, whatever. You are really in a good place because you have, you're part of a program that really cares about you as a student. And so part of caring about you as a student is having certain standards and expectations that are going to be elevated. But what we've learned all along, and what students have told us in the past, is that having those expectations help them become a better student. So that really is the goal. We want you to be successful. I want you to be successful, and I will do everything I can to get you there. However, it is going to require some things from you, like a lot of things. Okay, so here we go. Section 9, Section 11, I have all the information here. The UA for Section 9 is Masrar Tajwar. It has a little ring to it. He is a great guy. I've known him for a long time. I think you'll really enjoy working with him. And also for Section 11, Carnell Martin, the sweetest guy ever, super bright, very caring. You're in good hands. Both these sections have great UAs. My name is Ann Graziana. That's how you pronounce it, Graziana. People usually call me Ann or Miss G. I get a lot of Miss G, and that's fine too. I will respond to either. Here's my email to get in touch with me, and then my office hours are gonna be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11:30 to 1:30 or by an appointment. You just gotta let me know what works for you. I'll be very busy this semester because I have classes of my own, but if you let me know, I'll hop on here and we'll meet. You just gotta contact me, okay? I think I will add my phone number in here, but texting sometimes I respond by text, sometimes I don't. I will respond to all email. And in fact, if you go to Canvas, let's just go to Canvas real quick. You have your inbox in Canvas. Oh, this is access denied because I'm in student mode. Try to email me through Canvas because that's how I'm gonna best see your email. In the Wayne State one, I put it in here, and I know this seems like contradictory, but in the Wayne State one, it's mixed in with all the other email from everybody else. So if you go through Canvas, then I'll see just student email. Okay, so here we go. Format. We are going to meet synchronously, which means everybody together online at the same time as a class on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And it will be at your designated class time, as I said before. Tuesdays and Thursdays are times for you to watch instructional videos, and then every Friday we will have a quiz or exam. Okay, what do you need to do all of this? Well, you're definitely going to need access to reliable internet. If your internet goes out occasionally, and mine does, I had like maybe 2 incidences this summer where it dropped me off. I got kicked out. But for the most part, my internet is pretty good. I don't have too many problems. You need to be in that kind of place. If you're having a lot of issues with your internet access, you need to get that fixed because just too much is on the line not to. Camera, you need some kind of webcam. You need a microphone. I have to be able to see you, hear you, and you need to be able to hear me with some type of speaker. So if that's headphones for you or whatever works. Now, these other things are kind of obvious. You need to be able to get on the internet with a web browser. I've noticed that Safari with Apple doesn't always load well, especially the pop-ups and things. Students seem to run into a lot of trouble. So if you're using Apple products and you're using Safari and you can't get the book to load or figure out how to, like disable the pop-ups and things like that, or enable the pop-ups, try to switch to Chrome or Firefox. Those seem to be a little bit more easy to work with. Microsoft Office is available to all students. You get that as part of your package of being a Wayne State student, as you do Canvas and Zoom. So these things are all integrated in Academica here when you log on. Now, the other thing you're going to need that is not provided by Wayne State is some ability to scan in videos. I need your
consent on a few items to continue.
My phone is talking to me. I apologize. You're going to need to be able to scan in some type of document and make it a PDF. So the ones that I've had most success with are Adobe Scan, Cam Scanner. There's also Genius Scan, and they're all free. You just need to download them to your phone or tablet so you can use them to scan in documents. I will only be accepting documents as PDF files, not JPEGs, not anything else. So you have to have some ability to scan in a document. All right, next on the syllabus is some information about how to qualify for this course. We're checking your prereqs, so if you're here and you haven't been asked to leave, that means you qualify. So, but there's some information you can read over there if you like. The textbook, it is an e-textbook, and you can get it at this website here, pearsonmylabandmastering.com. It should only be $69.99, and it will integrate with your Canvas. If you run into any trouble, you need to let me know as soon as possible, but you need to do this as soon as possible because if there are any issues, we need to troubleshoot them as quickly as possible. So as soon as you're done watching this video or taking the syllabus quiz, you need to do this. Okay, so in course outcomes here, you have, these are some of the things you can expect to get out of the class, and then the different topics we're covering. I'm not going to read that to you. You can look it over at your leisure. Course goal, most students taking 1070 are in the STEM field, so it's most likely you're going to have to go on to 1800, which is our pre-calculus course, and then on to Calc 1, possibly Calc 2. So these skills that you're getting in this class is meant to get you ready for that. And please understand that in this course, the one thing that I can count on is everybody being at all different levels. So I'm going to be filling in gaps for different people from different schools, from different areas. And so there may be some things in here that you're like, oh yeah, that's quick and easy, and other things that you struggle with, and it won't be the same for everybody, okay? We're trying to like build a really strong foundation. Okay, grading policy, this is important. You will notice that 0% of your grade will come from the homework. And that is because homework is something that you're expected to do. If you don't do it, you are not going to be successful in this course, okay? That's just the way it is. Math is something you have to practice, like a sport or playing an instrument. You have to practice it. No matter how much I show you to do it, no matter how many videos you watch, because you follow does not mean that you can replicate and do it yourself, okay? The only way you build those skills is if you actually do it yourself. So you have to do the homework. That is expected. And I will talk to you about what happens if you don't in a few minutes, but right now that will not really calculate into your grade. Your grade will be comprised of quizzes, exams, and the final exam. There will be 10 quizzes, and you'll take one every Friday except for when we have an exam. So the exam is this Friday, Friday, October 2nd is their first exam. So, and then there's the other dates here. There'll be 4 tests total. And then the final exam. And I do have a couple of things to say about the final that's really important. The first is that in order to pass this class, you have to get at least 60% on the final exam. So if you have an A going or a B going into the final, and you're just like, whatever, I have an A or a B, and you totally biff it and get like a 50% or 55%, you don't pass this course. So you have to be able to pass the final to pass the class, and it is cumulative, meaning everything we do from day 1 to the end of the course will be part of the final. And of course, as we go along, we will constantly review, and I will be preparing you for that. But you just need to be aware that it is a high stakes final exam. And then here's the grading scale if you want to look and see what gets you an A, an A minus, B plus. If you have to drop the course, there's 2 ways in which that shows up on your transcript. Withdraw passing or withdraw failing. So depending on when you drop and what's going on in the course, I have to assign one of those to you. Hopefully that's nobody. But if you do disappear on me and you don't withdraw, you will end up with an F, and that will be on your transcript. So I hope none of that happens, and that's just for your information there. Calculator. Okay. No calculators. Can you hear me? Let's say it together. No calculators. This course will run without any use of calculators or stuff like that. All of the problems that you'll be tested on are easily calculated. If we did allow you to use calculators, we would have to make problems much harder. That's not the point of this. The point is to build your skills. If you're relying on a calculator to do that, then you're not building the skills that you need to build to move on. So there are no calculators at any time. Attendance. If you tune me out, please join me again here, because attendance is huge. It's so important. It's so important that you are here every single day that we have class, because I'm not going to just be teaching curriculum. I'm going to be reinforcing all of the concepts and engaging you and making sure you're ready for quizzes and tests. So you have to be here every day. If something comes up, please let me know. Email, text, preferably email, but text if you have to. And then also we have a support coordinator called Marissa. Her name is Marissa Henderson. She is fantastic, and that is her email right there. You can always get a hold of her if you need to get a hold of someone faster than me. So this part right here is super important. 6 synchronous class absences. If you go over that, you cannot get higher than a C in this course, no matter what your grade is. So six classes is 2 weeks of class, 2 weeks. And the reason for that is that if we don't push you and make it like high stakes, then students kind of gravitate towards their human tendencies to slack off and not show up, and thus leading to less good outcomes. Okay, and remember, my #1 goal is for you to pass this course and be strong enough to move on to the next course so that you can achieve your dreams, whatever that may be at this university. One day, hopefully in 4 years, I'm going to see you walking across, or 5 years, because 5 is okay too, by the way, walking across the stage at Wayne State. All right, well, that means you're going to have to be present and show up and have good habits right from the start. So you have to be here every day, and if you go over, there are some pretty severe consequences. Make sure that these 6 absences, that you use them very, very well. If you have an appointment that you can't rearrange, okay, then that will count as your absence, and you send me an email to let me know. If you're sick and you just can't get online, fine. If whatever it is, but if you're having a bad tech day, like your internet drops, okay, that counts as 1. That's why I'm saying your internet has to be pretty decent, because you can't have more than 6 absences. Okay. Secondly, lateness. Once I start class, if you log on afterwards, I will leave you sitting in the waiting room. I will not admit anyone into class once it has begun. No excuses. And that counts as an absence. So you need to make sure you log on with plenty of time. I will always have the Zoom room open at least 10 minutes early. So log on. You don't have to, you can set it down and like walk away if you need to and then come back. But make sure you are logged on. Come back before class. But make sure you are logged on in plenty of time, okay? I noticed I worked over the summer with students, and if class starts at 10:30, they're logging on at like 10:29 and 30 seconds. That's not a good plan. Get on there faster, get on there earlier. Homework. So your homework is comprised of online and hand-in, like I said. Now, these numbers here are not quite accurate. It says 3 times and 2 times, but as we went through it, it's a combination of online and homework to make up to 5 per week. And so again, you can't miss more than 2 weeks of homework. So whatever, if it's 6 of these and 4 of these, is a combination of 10 assignments, okay? You cannot miss more than 10 homework assignments, and we will not take it late. So you have to have it in, you have to have it on time, and make the deadline. And again, if you break this expectation, again, the consequence is that you end up with a C in the course, no matter what. Now, I just want to pause here and say that that may sound harsh, but again, it's not meant to be punitive. It's meant to push you to be your best self as a student. And if we don't push, you will, many students, not all, some people are like on it no matter what, and that's great. But if you are a person that will, kind of slide to bare minimum that you have to put in, that's probably pretty normal. And so we want to help push you to do not just good enough, but great, okay? Hand-in homework. So how will you do that? You will hand it in as a PDF file. And I'm going to make a separate video to kind of show you how to do that. But it's really simple. Once you download that app, you just hold your, like say you have your phone or whatever, you just hold it over the document. It'll scan it and find it, and then you hit OK. And if you have multiple pages, you want to take each multiple page and save it in one PDF file. Okay. Assessment meaning quizzes and tests. You have to have your camera on during an assessment. That's why it's a necessary part of this course. We're not gonna do any lockdown stuff that maybe, I mean, that might change, but I have to be able to see you working on your quiz. You are not to have anything else around you. And once you're finished, you're gonna write it out on a sheet of paper. You can either print it out. If you can print it out, you have that capability, that's great. If you don't, then you can just, or if you pull it up on a tablet, you know, something like that. Or you can just write your answers on a sheet of paper. However, whenever you have written work put down on paper, you need to label it by number, show all your work, and make sure it's properly labeled, and then scan it in and send it. Same thing with the quiz. Don't just send me random stuff on a page. And then you will submit it on Canvas as a PDF file. All right, this part right here is really important. It obviously means absolutely nothing about your skills if you are cheating. And cheating includes calculators, other apps, other people, other communication of any kind, anything that is outside of you, your paper and pencil or pen. Okay, so when you're taking a quiz or a test, it's really important that you have that level of integrity. Now, if I find out anything otherwise, there are serious consequences, which is down later in the syllabus, and I'll talk about that in a minute. What I expect for you, I put online etiquette. Okay, so there's some obvious things. Camera, I would like for you to have it on during your class meeting. This helps build community, not just for me, but everybody. You can see the class. I mean, think about how weird this is, this online environment. Before, we could see each other in class, and there was like some natural conversation that would happen and things like that. But now it's like we're all in our own homes and stuff. So having your camera on gives a sense of presence. It gives me a chance to see you, connect with you, things like that. So if for some reason you can't turn your camera on during class, during an assessment, it's not an option, but during class, then please put a profile picture up there so I can at least get used to seeing like what you look like. It's a really weird thing to teach to just a black screen and not like a person. So I ask that you do at least that. And again, cameras will be required on, they have to have them on during quizzes and tests. There's some information here about COVID compliance. If you're on campus, I'm sure they've already told you if you're staying in a dorm. But if you have to go on campus during the week, there's a daily screener you have to do. There's some tips. The rest of the stuff is kind of just standard language, tips for success. You know, what is Wayne State University obligations or feelings about religious holidays, academic dishonesty and plagiarism and cheating. Okay, all of this. So first of all, if I catch any of this, I have to report it to the university. The university keeps track. So if they have multiple notices from teachers, that's gonna probably have some very negative consequences. Cheating at the university level is taken very seriously. You can get a 0 on the assignment, quiz, or test. You can get a failing grade in the course. You can be recommended to be kicked out of the university. You can lose your scholarship. It's pretty high stakes. So you really don't want to go that route. And here's the thing. You won't have to, because you have this class with myself and Omar, who's going to be the workshop leader for the people in the workshop, and the UA. You have a community of people as well as yourselves. And everything will work together. If you just put the work in that you need to put in, you'll do great. Like, our success rate for this class is really, really high, because we know what you have to do. We know what you need to do, and we support our students in it. So there really is no reason to even try to do this. It's a waste of your time, and you can get into serious trouble. Here's some information about student disability services. If you need to access these resources, there's information here. If you need to talk to me about any of this, you just email me, or we'll hop on a Zoom call and we'll talk about it. Information about dropping or withdrawals. And then the university does have some counseling services. If you feel like you need to access these resources, they are available to you. I'm really good. I feel like the one thing I've done well in my life is be able to work with people that are struggling in this area. So don't be afraid to reach out to me and talk to me. I know I'm pretty forward and direct, and sometimes that's a little intimidating to students. I'm okay with that, but you also need to understand that there's a really good caring side of me that if you ever need anything, I'm the type of person that's there, okay? Also, Academic Success Center at Wayne State is open. You can access that through their website, and they do have virtual teaching, learning, and tutoring available. The Math Resource Center is also going to have, oh, I gotta put the website, there's a link in there that should be there because they'll have online tutoring also. And then if you do record anything from me, just please let me know so I'm not blindsided by anything. But that's pretty much a syllabus in a nutshell. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Again, oh, how do you get to the classes? So you don't even have to open up Zoom separately. Once you're in Canvas, you can go to Zoom and you'll see right here, this is where all the meetings are. So tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm recording this video on Monday. Tuesday is the first day of office hours, and that's at 11:30 a.m. Wednesday is the first class. So you see section 11 goes to 9:30, section 9 goes to 10:30, and you just go here and you click and it will take you right to the class. Easy enough. Again, once you get your book, you want to integrate it in MyLab and Mastering here. Another thing I want to point out that once it's integrated, actually when you go to these homework assignments, it's going to go right to the assignment. So you won't even have to go to this also. You just go to the assignment. And then of course there's grades. As your grades go in, you'll see what your scores are, and that is all. So if you have any questions, please send me a message. I look forward to meeting all of you, and have a great afternoon. Thank you.